Chad with Steve, another video, and I'm going to be talking about. I've had some requests to talk about about the evil realm. We talked about it before, and I've had some requests. I've had private emails. I've had some time in the comments page. I've had people coming through that door. So I'm going to be covering it. But I think what's really important here is we're going to talk about it. That's what this video is going to be about. But I have two goals. The first one is perspective. The second one is to unfeed it. And I'm going to get into that in a little bit, but let me just go ahead with perspective, and I want to start from the very beginning. You, every one of you out there, you're beginning, not into this realm, not birth here, birth in the light. You were born. You were born into existence, and you were nurtured, you were taken care of, and millions of us were all in that light, being born. And we were growing up. We were getting all the information. We were nurtured, taken care of. But there was a certain point you were ready. What I mean by that, you were ready. And everybody was starting to get excited, and the excitement was you're about to get into reality. You're about to be out, born in the actual universe, to experience reality. And that moment came. And at an absolute instant, all of us, all of you, were put out in the entire universe. Everywhere in this universe, you were put out everywhere to start that journey of who you are and what you're about to become. And excitement was there, everybody. And some of us landed on a different parts of the universe, but some of us landed here in the earthly realm. And we knew before we were put out from the light, we knew that we were going to come into this earth. We knew some of the things that were going to happen. One of which, believe it or not, in the heavenly kingdom, in the light, there is no evil. There is no ego. All that stuff does not exist. Once you're put out into the universe, you start experiencing all of it. And one of the things about the earthly realm, in this physical realm, in this earthly realm, is experiencing darkness. And this is where the evil realm comes in. We experience, but also the other experience too. The one thing that is probably the most important to God is free will, choice. It's really important. The other thing that God uses sometimes, and I talked about this before, is the law of opposition. You have to know one to know the other. So I mean love and hate, beauty and ugliness. All the stuff that's out there, law of transition is probably one of the most important tools that we have in order to learn. But the other part of this is about free will, the choices that we make all through our journey in existence. We came down to this earth, and we knew before we were shot out into the universe, this physical realm was not going to be one. This physical realm was going to be the real stuff. And the real stuff, part of the real stuff, what we experience, is darkness. And that's why I said this is what comes in, the evil realm. Let me go in further and about the evil realm. There are some of you out there that are going through some stuff. And I've had people coming through that door, I kid you not, that are just taken aback what's happening. They've never experienced anything like it before. Why does that happen? What goes on here? And the bottom line is, one way or another, two things happen. One way, the door was open, whether you did the door or God did the door for you, whatever it was, what he wanted you to know was about the evil realm. What he also wanted you to know is about the spiritual realm, where you actually came from. But the evil realm, and sometimes I said the evil realm is really used for your benefit, and I will get in just a minute. But here's the evil realm, and some of you I said out there, and the thing that's most important to everybody, everybody that I talked to, and including me in the very beginning, I got fixated on the symptoms, what was going on with me. I was in fear. I was on fear of the unknown, all that stuff, and that's what I'm getting from everybody else. But let me tell you something that's very important to everybody. The evil realm loves attention. They have an ego like nothing you've ever experienced. I mean, it is all about them. They want the full attention on you. They want you to look at the evil realm. They want you to become part of evil. They want you to get evil. They want to do all that stuff. But here's the most important thing, everybody. They're secondary. That's just part of the law of opposition. Knowledge, gaining, understanding. The most important thing is your relationship, your choice, what choices you make all through our lives in this earthly realm. the good and the evil, and all the different kinds of vanities, all the emotions we go through, all the ego, everything that is, we're experiencing it. And part of the experience, as I just mentioned before, is the evil realm. Some of us get attacked. Let me tell you something that's very important about the evil realm. They never, ever attack those who do their bidding. They have control of them. They only attack those they have no control of. Really important, everybody. This is really important. And the second thing I want to talk about is that when I said in the very beginning, I was fixated on the attack. I was fixated. And what I learned over a period of time, it's not what's going on out there. What's really important is a relationship with God. That's what this is all about, and the choices you make all through it. And God sometimes uses the evil realm for your benefit. And what happens, and sometimes what happens is that we kind of get off. We're off, we're not going down the path that he sees, that he wants us to go down. So he uses the evil realm to kind of put it back on the path. Second, the other things he uses it is really a test of faith. About you, your faith and faith in him, the faith in goodness, the faith of compassion, all the goodness that there is. That's what he's looking for, is to get you to experience that too. In the earth realm, we experience all of it, everybody. And part of the experience that we go through is the evil realm. The evil realm, they have some abilities. They can do some stuff, but I'm going to tell you one thing, what's really important to know. The ones who choose to go down the path of evil. I'm going to tell you something about the evil realm. When you go ahead and you go down the path of evil, it all comes to nothing, but nothing is for free. And those people that go down the path, they're going to sure find out at the end, when they take their last breath, they're going to find out what that means. And what that means is what's really important also, how we affect others. And I got to tell you, it's amazing how God does this, but in order for us to fully understand how we affect others, including the evil realm, and I'm going to talk about that, what this can happen to them on that. But it's amazing thing what he does, and we actually become the people that we have affected, so we can experience how we affected them. It's stunning how that works. We actually become them. Every thought, every emotion that goes on, we become them to fully understand how we affect others. And the truth of the matter is, when we were born, and I talked in the very beginning, we were put out into the universe. We're all brothers and sisters. We come down this, and certain parts of in the universe, the experiences that we have, we're separated. In other words, we're separated to have our own individual journey. And some of us, and those are out there, including myself, I get attacked. There are those out there that get attacked. And I said, people come in through that door, get attacked. But you have nothing to fear. And the one thing that's really important to know, 99% of you all out there have nothing, but nothing to fear. We're not perfect. We're all going to go through our stuff. Things are, when you have that review, we stand in front of God, and we go through what we've done well, what we've done good, things all that we're acknowledged for that, but also the things that we're not so good. It's how we affect others in a negative way. It's all there. But let me put my attention towards the evil realm and what those who go down the path of evil, what they're going to experience. They're going to have that review, everybody. They will have that review, and in that review, it's going to be severe. They go through the same thing that we go through, but it's far more severe, and they will experience. There are those who cause death. There are those we have even today, like in Ukraine. What's going on there? People are dying, women and children, all that stuff that's going on because of one man. It's always the evil realm, and what it's all about them. They have an the most important thing about the evil realm, they have an absolute disregard for anybody else. They don't care if they die, they don't care if they suffer, it doesn't make any difference. It's all about them and what they want to achieve. There are those out there that lie, they cheat, do all kinds of stuff. That review comes, everybody, and the one thing about that review, I will tell you what they're going to experience. If death is caused, whatever you do, they will experience their actual death. All the fears, all the emotions, all that goes on, they will actually experience it. The other thing that they're going to experience also, all the people that were affected by that death. They become them. All of them. Study how this works, everybody. Pretty amazing. Evil realm. They're going to experience it. And here's the bad news for them. It repeats. And each time it repeats, every individual, they go through it, every one. whether it's thousands, whether it's maybe 2, 10, 20, whatever it is, maybe thousands, millions, whatever it is. Yeah, sorry for the, I get busy, and so, but I want to go ahead and continue, and I'm going to finish up fairly soon here, but I want to, when I talked about, how we affect others, the people that go through, they're going to experience it like no other, and the evil realm has, there are levels to it, and those who really do such atrocities, their experience of the evil realm will be very severe. But let me go ahead, and I want to get back to all of you that are going through some of the experiences or being attacked, and as I said before, you have nothing to worry about, none. The only reason you're being attacked, as I said before, the evil realm only attacks those he has no control of, and you're one of them. The other thing is, the evil realm has a lot of different things they can do to you, all that, but it's secondary. It's not all that important, and even though, in my case, I have my moments. It gets going, and what is interesting, what happens to me is, most of the time it happens when I'm at 5:30, 6:30 in the morning. Sometimes I get things going on at 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, the bewitching hour, but whatever. My attention, because they want the attention on them, they will do all kinds of stuff to get your attention, but my attention is not on them. It is my relationship with God, and that's what this is all about, everybody. God's putting you through this. He's putting you through. He's kind of getting you, and some of you out there will experience darkness more than others. Others will not experience the darkness. They'll experience what goes on outside of them, but some of us internally will go through that. And God had a plan for that. Yeah, He's got a plan for that. The other thing I had mentioned to some other people is that when I talked about feeding, because we get so involved in how they affect us, you're feeding them. And the whole idea of this video is to unfeed them by getting your perspective. From the very beginning, when you started to come into existence. Unfeeding them, because it's not, even though, when it happens to you, as I said before, and I'm going to say it one more time, he doesn't have control of you. Those who do his bidding, he has control of. And so, you're doing just fine. There is nothing to fear. There's nothing. And part of it, you're going to learn how to deal with it. You're going to know how to deal with it. But in the whole, I keep going over and over again, is your relationship with the Father, with God. And the kingdom, and all goodness, and kindness, and compassion, truth, all those things, you're in. That's what he's working with you on. That. Nothing to fear. I kid you not. There's nothing to fear as some of you go through this. And I also mentioned, that some of us, maybe in a previous life, we were defenders of God. We defended God in some way, in some form. We may have defended, and that's part of the reason we get attacked. Because what I'm trying to do, and what I have realized, go through all the stuff that I can go into a lot of details, how they attack me, whatever, but that's really not that important. What is important, and what I'm beginning to understand, and one thing one thing is really important. I pray at 5:36 in the morning, and you know what I do when I start to pray? Good morning, Kingdom. Good morning, God. Good morning, Jesus. Good morning to all. And every once in a while, I get it is interesting. It doesn't happen very often, everybody, but every once in a great while. I've been doing this for years, so I do good morning. And at times, I almost for a split second, I seem to get the kingdom, for 1 second, they're acknowledging me. It's like every turn's looking. You get that sense, and I guarantee if you do it for some period of time, and your sincerity of praying and how you do it you'll experience that. And you say good morning to them. It's good for you. It's good morning to everything. All the universe, all of it. The kingdom, God, all of that is what you're saying good morning to. Anyway, and I can go on and on and on, but I'm just telling you, everybody, we were put out in this, there's so many, all of our brothers and sisters are out in all different parts of the universe going through their experiences. We happen to be here. This is one of the most difficult ones. We are actually experiencing darkness. We're also experiencing all of the good. The choices that we make through all of this. How we solve, how we deal with things. It's all part of this. Not easy. It's not easy at that, and things go on, and it is funny. I'm going to say one more thing too, and I'm going to close here. And we had that election, and we dodged a bullet, everybody. We really sincerely dodged a bullet, and it was stunning to me. People chose democracy. They chose the right to be. They chose the due process of law. They chose all that keeping democracy. We're not out of the woods yet, everybody. Things are going on. There are forces at play. Things are going on. But it was stunning. This was the most important, actually, to be honest with you, the most important election we've ever had in the fate of this country, the fate of ourselves, and how we were going to live our lives. This one election, and we came through. We chose democracy. We chose each other in a very special way. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and close. I appreciate your time as always. I hope your day is going well. Until the next video, thanks again for your time. Appreciate it. Thanks again.